Right. So we're hearing, Sumit, that there were 3 types of tunnels. There are admin tunnels, there are storage tunnels, and then there are the personal tunnels and escape tunnels as well. I mean, so is there a gradation of such tunnels?
Yes, they have a differentiation, and I think they have made it very strategically.
Right.
From last 10 years, they have divided all these tunnels in a different locations, not only for human trafficking, as sir has mentioned, but also for the arms and ammunition, and from north area to travel to the south area, because these Hamas cadres and the terrorists, they can't travel on the road, so they try and use all these tunnels from north area to south. So these tunnels have been giving them a lifeline or a secure location from where they can move and they strategize their attacks on Israel.
Right. So the philosophy of tunnels.
So here I would like to add one thing very interesting. See, unlike, as I said, these designs are very rudimentary designs.
Right.
So the difficult part of making a tunnel is firstly going down and then going later left or right.
Yeah.
So they can't do that because they don't have the technology with them, not accessible to
tunnel boring machines.
Yes. So what they would do is a standard hospital or a school which is already dug down, and then just go lateral, and then just go connected, and then in between after a few kilometers might be have a getaway, small getaways. So most of the tunnels will be lateral, going and connecting with each other.
Connecting the basements of buildings.
Yes, that will be the best. That is the easiest to do. Because from the basement you dig sideways and just keep going inside, and small holes like what we call it in our terminology, rat holes. Just make these rat holes and travel from one place to another. So that is the way. The difficult part in this tunnel warfare, if you are terming it like that, is that it is very difficult to access it. Because when an enemy moves out, he just doesn't leave it like that. He booby traps it. And once it is booby trapped, it is just as good as impossible to clear it. So normally it is either the tunnel is destroyed or it is blown apart. That is the only way we can get, because to remove a booby trap is very difficult.
But like Sumit was saying, that a lot of these tunnels are used for soldiers to stay in, and we've been hearing reports that 15,000 Hamas fighters live in these tunnels. What are the challenges of making a tunnel habitable for human beings?
These tunnels, like we in the Indian Army also, we use bunkers for staying.
Yeah, of course.
So in these tunnels are just stopgap arrangement. They cannot be for permanent living, like a house with a toilet and lighting and air conditioning and all that. It is a basic safe getaways.
So it's like a bunker.
It's like a bunker.
It's a long bunker underground.
It's a long bunker and spread
across.
So their resources also spread. If one place is damaged or destroyed, they have other places where they can use those for warfare.
And why is it that Hamas basically came up with this idea of tunnels? Sumit, what's the philosophy?
I think here, I like to add here, it is, I think, see how the Israelis have given this place to Hamas, and they said you can't do anything because everything is under governance, moving out, inside, out, everything is controlled. So that's how they can't get the technology. Technology is available in the world, but they can't get it inside. So what is the best way of getaway? Go down, dig and just stay there, and they must be doing it for years. And if Israelis have not come to know, that means a top secret operation going on.
Of course.
And they have done it very secretly and made a big chain of tunnels.
In fact, Sumit, I was reading this report which said that the quantity of mud that they've extracted from these tunnels is, you could build a pyramid of Giza with that. 1,50,000 truckloads of that. How did all this happen in plain sight? Obviously, this has been, that mud has to be deposited somewhere. So how did the Israelis miss out on all this?
I think we all know that it's a big failure from the Israeli intelligence agencies. They have accepted this. They have also accepted that it's a biggest failure from our side. But one thing is very important. Hamas is not only the only one who is doing this. They have a proper backup. They have a proper training. Their commanders, when you talk about the higher commands of the Hamas, they have been well trained, not only in Gaza but also in Iran, in North Korea. I think I have also seen, because when I reach all these locations, I have seen the new technology of hand grenades, the rocket launchers, which is North Korean made.
There's a North Korean connection.
North Korean made and the Iranian made. So I think they have been well trained by either from the Iranian side or from the North Korean side.
But it's interesting, Sumit, you should mention the North Korean connection, because in the thing of warfare and tunnels, the North Koreans have dug multiple what they call tunnels of aggression across the demilitarized zone. And these tunnels are so huge; they're much bigger than the Hamas tunnels.
And if you have
you can take an entire division, a light division, could run through these tunnels.
If you go through the earlier visit of the Kim Jong-un to the Russia, you have seen that how they have used the tunnels, they train, the bulletproof trains.
Yes.
So they are very specialized in this, and that's why the Hamas have been trained and equipped from the North Korean side, so that they can do all these operations in a very secure way.
Right. And
another thing here I want to add on is when this tunneling system would have started, I'm just assuming, unlike a metro tunnel which starts from one side and might be starts from the other side and these connect. Here they would have made small tunnels in this area, another set of tunnels in this area, another set of tunnels in this area, and ultimately they would have inched slowly and got it connected. And that's how we got a network today.
Which is why it's called the Gaza Gaza Metro.
Yes, so this is slowly connected. So only a few people, some people will know about this work, there's some network going on. If it this is how you maintain security. If it is exposed, only this will get exposed. Other people so they just kept making it, and ultimately they connected it, and that's why you're getting 100 kilometers of network without the Israelis coming to know about it.
Right. So the challenges of this seem to be electricity, getting that electric supply. Here you're looking at a very well illuminated Hamas tunnel coming from one of their propaganda videos. Sumit, we've been hearing reports that the IDF is targeting the electricity supply to these tunnels, their
fuel,
that hitting their air conditioning systems and air filtration thing. Do you know anything about that?
If you remember the 10 days back when the Pentagon have also mentioned this point, and America also mentioned this point, the negotiation between the Hamas and the Americans is on the point of fuel transferring to the Hamas.
Right.
They have mentioned this, we are going to transfer some amount of fuel to the Hamas and they will release our hostages, but they denied at the last because Israel intervened and they said it's in mid of our operation. Our main target is to destroy their arms and ammunition, their fuel, their electricity and major supply, so that they are paralyzed. And that's why if you see that the biggest challenge right now with the Hamas is to gather all these things, and they don't have any their ratio or the lines from where these kinds of things can come to them.
Right. So illuminating the tunnel and electricity supply would be a big challenge.
No, electricity is not a very big challenge, because that is one of the simplest way of just putting a cable. What the Israelis is trying to do is to choke them out. So no water, no electricity. But they would have catered for that, because as I said, these are small spaces. So water would be stored in jerry cans and whatever small containers, it could be stored there. And electricity, like generator sets are there, which will help them in electricity. So that is not a big challenge. The challenge is to get the network, the map of the network, how it is. That is the big challenge for the Israelis.
And that is something that Hamas would keep to themselves. It will be a very closely guarded secret.
And very few people would know about on the topper level, because some tunnels, some people would know. Some tunnels, other people would know. But all the tunnels, nobody would know.
Oh, absolutely. Need to know basis, as
only
they say in
the
military. But Sumit, what are the other big challenges? And the IDF is pretty well versed with the tunnel warfare. I mean, I've been seeing those videos of, for the last couple of years, of IDF personnel rehearsing on entering tunnels. But based on what we are seeing right now, there doesn't seem to be a concerted effort to enter the tunnels. I mean, it seems to be all from the surface, to fight them on the surface and block the buildings that are sheltering tunnels.
Sandeep, I think they have a multiple challenge. Not only the tunnel challenge is one of the prominent one. The second most important challenge which they have is the time duration which Hamas now get it, because they have plenty of time now. They have put plenty of ambushes. The third challenge will be the hostages, because they know that they kept hostages. They have transferred hostages from north to south area. And the last and the most important challenge is the support which Hamas is getting from the Houthis, from the Hezbollah. So there are multiple fronts from where the surface to surface long missiles have been targeted the Israeli forces. So they just wanted to ensure one thing: once they start entering the Gaza City, once they start capturing all these locations, the attacks from the Houthis and the Hezbollah doesn't affect their ongoing operations in the Gaza Strip, and that is the biggest challenge they are facing right now.
Another thing I think they have as a problem is, since their hostages are with them. So because if you have a 5 kilometer long tunnel, just one tunnel, very easy, just block the entrance and the exit, just break it down. So whatever inside is left inside. But if they have their own people inside, they don't know.
Hostages
inside. So that is the challenge, why they don't want to just block all the tunnels. They are not blocking the tunnels primarily because of this. there might be some negotiation later on
where they
can get back the hostages. That is why they are delaying on the blocking these. Otherwise, very easy to block the entrances and just let be where it is.
So right now they seem to be, as you were talking earlier, Sumit, is that they are encircling Gaza City from all sides, and then they're trying to kind of starve them out. And this is a long operation.
Yes, this is a long operation, and they will do it in a very slow pace. They are not going to take it in a very very fast way. So they are taking a long time so that they can not only choke them from the fuel and electricity, but also they have a full intelligence input, the surveillance input, so that they can target the pinpoint location and come back.